Hey you guys, welcome to the channel. I'm currently walking up to a place where I grew up actually, and the reason why I decided to do this video is because when I was driving down the highway and I looked, I was trying to see if it looked like somebody had removed my rock from when I was a little girl. I had a rock up here that I had spray painted my initials on. I'll share this with you guys. I spray painted my initials on it when I was a little kid, and my rock is still here. I think I see it. I'm not gonna climb over this line. I think that's my rock over there, if you guys can see it. Let me go up this way some, because see, I don't know when they may build a development here or whatever, but I think my rock is the one on the left. You see that one right there? If you can see, that's my rock, I think. Of course, it looked different when I was a kid, but I had gotten some spray paint, and I spray painted my initials on it a long time ago. And the rock is still here. The neighborhood isn't, you know, the people that lived here are not. A lot of them are, a good number of them, not a good number, but a number of them are dead. But hey, I'm still out here stopping by. Of course, I don't live here anymore. It's, you know, the land has been sold, and you know, they built developments here. But I have a lot of happy memories out here. This is one of the places that I grew up at, the main one. Well, not the main one, because, you know, it was another neighborhood too, so I was kind of like back and forth. But you know, as far as like visiting or whatever, so I could really, you know, like sometimes I would spend time with one group of relatives, and sometimes I'd be at my parents' home. And it was just all in who I was, you know, allowed to visit at the time. You know how sometimes you might go visit other relatives on the weekend, and I enjoyed that as well. But this is the neighborhood that I basically, one of them that I grew up in. And I used to ride my bicycle. There used to be a dirt path right here where I'm aiming my camera. And in my mind, I can still see my neighborhood, you guys. I know things have grown up now, and it doesn't look too much like it did. I can still see, me personally, because I grew up here, I can tell there used to be a path through there. I can tell by that little gap there. And in my mind, I remember how this neighborhood looked. But I remember how coming down here looked, and it looked nothing like this. These bushes and trees and stuff, none of this was here. It was just like basically grass and these big rocks. And I remember that rock right there, and I remember what it used to look like. And now it's, you know, it's all darkened and covered with, I guess, mold. I don't know what that is. But not mold. What do you call that stuff that it grows on rocks or whatever? But anyway, I remember what it looked like when I was a kid, and I remember what it used to look like. And I also remember, not to give too much away, because I may elaborate a little further about my childhood, but I remember I used to come up here with the neighborhood kids. This was our spot up here, and this is where we would come to honk at the truck drivers when we were kids, and you know, they would honk back at us. And I got a lot of memories from being over here. I mean, just, oh wow, yeah, you know, I got a lot of memories from being over here. But yeah, I wanted to see if my rock was still here, and I think that's it right there. If you can see through those bushes, that little, it's got weeds and stuff on top of it, but I think that's my rock. And you know, it gets me to thinking about Jesus, and how Jesus is the rock of all ages, and how he will be there when everybody else is gone, or people out there have let you down, or if they failed you. I'm telling you, Jesus is the solid rock to stand. He is the rock of all ages, because let me tell you something. All the people that were in this neighborhood when I was a child, they have either moved away or they are now deceased, you know, but my rock is still here. And you know, that's how it is in life. You know, sometimes you may find yourselves in life, you may look around and you won't see any of the people that you grew up with. You won't see any of the people that you hung out with. For those of you that have friends, you won't see any of your friends around you. You know, nothing of familiarity. But let me tell you something. If you just set your mind on the one that's been there all the time, oh my gosh, Jesus Christ. He is the rock of all ages. He's the rock of all seasons of your life. He's the rock of your childhood. He's the rock of your teenage life. He's the rock of your young adult life, your more mature life, whatever it is, whatever stage of life that you are in. Now, let me tell you something. When everybody else is gone, it is the rock of all ages, Jesus Christ, that is a solid rock to stay and a solid rock to stand. Oh my gosh, he is the chief cornerstone. My God, my God.